Hello guys and welcome back. So now I've also run another application to fix the errors that we have in our current build of the application. Okay, so we were doing these only in one app, so we did not see other errors that we could be facing if a different user is logged in. Okay, so I've just noticed some errors that we were doing while we were creating this. Okay, so now let's fix them. So first I noticed in the creators widget, if you come here with another application, it's still going to say this is correct, but here it's still going to say you, because if you get into this other one, it should say this is correct. Okay, so this one, if you come here, we're reading this is owner wrongly. We need to check this current user's ID to compare it with the creator. If we get user model.uid is going to be always the same with the creator, because this creator ID is the same one we use to get the stream here. Okay, and then from the stream we are getting the user model, which means the creator ID is always going to be the same as the user model. Okay, so let's get the current user's ID then to compare it. Okay, so to compare it with this, we know that we already created a method that is signed in our application. Okay, that one we used it in the input field here, where we are checking, get the auth provider, and then we are going to check it if it's signed in. Okay, this is what we need to use, because we know that the auth provider that is logged in returns a string. This string is going to be, this string is logged in, is going to be the UID of the current user. Okay, so let's come here, and first of all, let's just copy the authentication provider. We go to this one, and then we initialize the authentication provider. Let's import that. Okay, so we're gonna initialize the authentication provider. Okay, now the current user's ID we are going to check like this. Okay, authentication provider dot is logged in. Okay, because this is a string. If this is equals to this, then we know that we are the owner. If it is not equals to that, then we are not the owner. That's what we need to do to fix this error. Now if we hot reload, let's just wait. You can see that already it's showing that we are not the owner. It's going to show the owner of the wallpaper. Okay, like that. With that, we have fixed this error that we did not check. Okay, we initially were supposed to be running two applications while we were creating these widgets. So this is out of the way. Let's go to other places where we are reading that correctly. And then the first one I found also is in the likes. If you press the like here, if I like this, it's not supposed to like because this user is not authenticated. Okay, but now if I press here, it's going to go ahead, and then it's just going to show this error that there was an error, and then it will revert back. Okay, so to fix that, we're gonna go to the like button, and then here you can see that how we are reading this is definitely is just the wrong way. Okay, we are reading under widget.uid is not empty, but we know that this UID that we are passing is the UID of the creator of the widget. So we need to pass this also correctly. Okay, so let's come here and then initialize again the authentication provider. Come here, then paste this. This is we were supposed to be fixing this while we were creating, but it seems I was too fast. Okay, so now here we just need to check if authentication provider dot is logged in. Okay, dot is logged in and dot is empty. If this is empty, then we are not logged in, so then we will show this. Okay, so let's hot reload, then wait for it, and then when we click here, it's supposed to not to happen because it's going to check that. Okay, now that is out of the way. Again, let's go to the comment, which is inside the comment input field. Okay, in the comment input field, we are checking if it's logged in like this. Okay, this is also the right way to check, but we know that we have already created the shortcut, which is basically first we get the authentication provider, and then we have to check the if authentication provider is logged in is empty. So I totally forget that we had these methods. Okay, I totally forget. So now here we're going to check like this. Now here we just need to put the authentication provider in front here to get these. Okay, then we add a now check. Okay, authentication provider, let's copy that and then paste that, and then paste that, and then we're just gonna add now checks because it will only get to this part once we know that it's not empty over here. Now let's hot reload. So now this person who is not authenticated, they can, okay, again there is another error. So when we open this comment card, you see that it's checking for the current user ID. Okay, we don't need to check it like this. Again, we come to input field here. First we'll initialize the current user. Okay, we're gonna initialize the current user, the provider, and then we will get the current user ID. So how we are going to get the current user ID, we can remove that. We're going to get auth provider dot is logged in. Okay, this is going to be the current user ID, and then that's it. Now if we hot reload, okay, let's just wait for it to reload. Then we get in any of these. If we click here now, we won't have an error because we are reading this correctly. Okay, great. Okay, now that is out of way. Now if we want to comment again, it's going to check if we are authenticated, and then if we are not, so I don't know why it's going ahead, because it has to give us the error that we want to send a message. It looks like it didn't send. So let's come to comment input, and then when we submit the comment here, it's just going to do this, and then if it is not, if is logged in is empty, it has to show this snack bar, but it looks like it did not show the snack bar. But the good thing is that the comment, it did not send because we are not authenticated. It just returned. Maybe it's not showing because it's inside its bottom sheet. Maybe it's showing inside here. So let's click here, and then let's just try it again, then send and remove that. You can see that it says that you need to log in. It's showing behind this bottom sheet. Okay, so this is actually right also. So you see that's some kind of things that we did not test properly on the other user. Now the other thing is you can see that this is saying that I've liked it, but I'm not authenticated. Okay, so if I haven't liked this one, I don't want it to be red. Okay, so to fix this, I just need to go to the like button, and then where it's going to be like this. Okay, so first here we should not only check if it is liked, we should check that the person who has liked it is us. That's how we're gonna change this. Okay, otherwise it should be grayed out. Okay? I mean, it should not be red. Okay, so let's quickly fix this. First, let's minimize both of these and then work on is liked. So this is going to be, we have to do more than this. Okay, so let's come up here and then see what changes we have to do here. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to handle our init state properly here. So this like subscription, we need to send also the authenticated state. Okay, because our problem now is if the user is unauthenticated, it just sees this as he has liked. Okay, because we know that if he's unauthenticated, you should just see that he hasn't liked this. Okay, or if he's authenticated and hasn't liked this, you should not see the red color. You should just see an empty widget here that you should like. Okay, so first we're gonna also handle here. So I'm gonna initialize the authentication state. So let's copy this, and then where is that? Just here. Okay, just here also. Let's handle that. Let's check if we check the auth provider as well. But now here we need to be careful because this is in its state. We need to only do this to make sure that the activity has already started. Okay, so what we can do is after this, now these things here, let's get this out of here, and then we can get set like description. So set like count, we can do that, and then let's void set like count. Now here, so we're gonna make sure the widget has rebuilt. Okay, the widget has built. Okay, and then here what we're gonna say is widget flutter blind widget.instant.add post framework. Okay, now we need to close this. The problem is the brackets again. Okay, let's close that, and then let's close that. Now inside here, that's when we're going to paste these. Okay, these ones. Now we can now call these to set like. Okay, set like, I'm gonna call it set like subscription. All right, like this, and then let's paste that there. Okay, now that we get the authentication provider here, we just want to pass it now. So here in there has liked, instead of passing this UID, this one, okay, we're going to pass authentication because now we want to check even the authenticated user. Okay, so we're going to pass auth provider dot is logged in. Okay, we're not just going to pass this one for the current user, or I mean for the owner of the wallpaper. We will pass also we just pass these for the current user, so that we know that this has this current user like this. Okay, so now that we are passing it like this, we are passing the correct data. Now we just need to create, I mean, the method that is liked, we just need to update it now. Okay, so let's see, let's go to that method. Let's see, where is that? It's in the like repository, I mean, yeah. So let's go in the like repository. Where's the like repository? It's here. So now here in the method is liked, so which is this method has liked. Okay, yeah, in this method, after we pass the UID here, we have to check. Okay, if this UID is empty, we're just going to return that he hasn't liked it. Okay, so we need to check if UID dot is empty, we will return false, and then that's it. That's all we need to do. Now let's rerun the application, and then we have to check it. So let's open it. Set this one here. Now let's, okay, yeah, we have an error. So it says okay, we need to initialize this. Okay, so because before we moved it to this, we were initialize it inside here, this like count. Okay, so all we have to do is to just copy this, I mean cut it, and then before we set the like subscription, we want to initialize that here. Okay, so let's say initialize like count stream. That's about it, and then let's just hot reload. We should be good now. Okay, let's just wait for it. All right, now that it started, if we click here, you can see that now if you are not authenticated, we can see that we have not liked it. If we try to like it, it's going to tell us that we need to log in, but we can see other people's likes. We go to the comments, and then also if we comment, we know that we cannot comment as long as we are not authenticated. Okay, yeah, that's about some few fixes that we had to do. I think that's it. Now I need to log in and then try out now with another account. Okay, so let's do that in the next video. But anyway, that's just gonna be a short one. We can just quickly log in. Let's bring it up here. Then I'm not sure what account I'm logged in with here. Okay, so maybe, yeah, let's see, let me log in. So great, looks like I'm logged in with another email account here. So I'm going to log in with this one. So it's authenticating. Great, just like that, we are logged in. Now we can bring both application. Now if we come here, we can see that we are logged in, but we also did not like this. If we come to the comment now, we can able to comment. Let's say I like it too. Let's comment that. You can see that our comment is here and it says you. Okay, that's just great. Okay, it's just loading there. You can wait, and then if you can see that even this user has seen that the comment has been updated. If they get inside here, they can see that there's 3 comments. If they get inside here, they can see that this open market has also commented. So it's showing that because this open market has no image on his wallpaper, we definitely need to put something like a default image if we cannot get the URL. Why it's just grayed out is because it's finding the URL but it can't get the image. Okay, what's strange is that here it's grayed out, but if you come like here, it's showing the O, which is the first letter. It should do the same even in the comments because we are using the same widget to display here and also to display in the comment. Okay, maybe when we go to the comment, let's see, we are doing something different. What's that? A comment card. So where is that image? It's a profile. So yeah, we're just showing that. And then if we go to the home app bar, what did we show? User info. Okay, we are showing it as an empty if that is not there. Okay, so let's do the same in the comment. What's that? Let's close that and close that and close that. We just need the comment card. So let's do either this or this. Okay, yeah, we see it can't get to that because it knows that this is not empty. Yeah, we actually just need to show it like this. Okay, if there's no image, it will just show like that for now. Okay, now let's also like this. Now this user has also liked this. You can see that on this image. Where is that? It did not update here. Okay, now we have another problem. You see, okay. So if this user has liked it and then we are getting this back to 0, okay, which means our code is not correct. And I know where the problem is coming from, because if we go to the like button, when we are toggling a like here, where is that? Where is the handle like? Okay, you can see that here, and where is that method? We are sending the UI widget.uid. This is the UID of the creator of this wallpaper. All of these guys, I was just doing it. I think I was supposed to have 2 applications here. This was done wrong. Okay, so let's fix it. So here, of course, we need to know where we need to get this UID, okay, because we know that is authenticated. That's what we need to pass here. Okay, you need to get auth provider dot is logged in. That's it. That's going to fix this. Okay, so let's hot reload. We wanna reload both application. I can see this one has reloaded. Let's just wait for this. Okay, I'm not sure if it has reloaded. I'm just gonna run it from the, okay, it did reload. Okay, now I just did it again. Let's just wait for it. All right, it has started. Let's get into here. Now let's give it a try. So I'm gonna like it with the owner. Okay, that is been liked. You can see that this has updated. If we come back here, we can see that. Now I'm gonna like it with this one. Okay, let's like it. It has to be 2. Now even here we need to see the updated 2. Okay, now you can see that we don't have that error anymore. Okay, it's because of this, we were sending it wrongly. So everywhere we are sending this UID, let's see, maybe there's even other prices that I haven't even tested. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Let's see where else. If I remove this, I don't even need to pass it because we only need the wallpaper. Okay, so let's come here, and then we don't need to pass the UID here. So the only thing we can do if you want to pass this UID is we need to pass the UID of the current user. Like you can see that we are passing it. So I think that's going to be the shortcut that we have to do. Okay, we can pass the UID of the current user. So let me go inside this like button here and then take it back. And then what I can do is even here when where we are calling it, where is that authentication provider, where is that? Come on, I've just done this. This where we are passing is logged in. If we want to continue with the UID, we can remove this, okay, and then go in the wallpaper detail screen and then just call this. You can see that we are passing it from the wallpaper detail screen, and then here we are also passing it from the wallpaper when we click on it. So we just need to initialize the current user here. Okay, we put it here, and then instead of passing this here, all we have to do here is to pass authentication provider dot is logged in, which means we are passing that same user ID, and then we're going to be using it in all these classes. We're going to pass it as the current user. Okay, now in the like button here, we need to call that same widget dot UID, okay, which is basically the same because we are passing, now we are passing the current user, which is the correct thing to do. Okay, let's see, like that, widget.uid.that. Then yeah, we are passed here in the utility. What is the problem here? So let's remove all of this. Now here on the wallpaper detail screen, we don't need to pass anything, okay, because everywhere we are going, if you are going to the wallpaper detail screen, so this we can remove. Inside the wallpaper detail screen, we're just gonna read the current user from here, and then we'll pass it on all the classes that we need to pass them. Okay, yeah, that's going to solve everything, all our problems, because that did passed through me, and it was a very big error that could have caused chaos here. Okay, so in the create wallpaper also, if we want, we can just initialize that on top and then call it everywhere. But I think for now we are done with these errors. We can go ahead and continue with the next features, which is going to the profile screen and then reading the correct data. You can see that this one has no wallpapers, but if they go to the user like this, they click, they can see this person's wallpaper. Okay, great. So this is been fixed. Everything has been fixed. This is 100% working. The home screen is 100% working. Next, we are going to work in the profile screen. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video.